Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is about sharing my experience on how intermittent fasting has changed my life, especially for someone living with a chronic illness. Let's get right straight into it, and maybe this can help you too. So one of the biggest reasons I stopped eating 3 meals a day was because of chronic inflammation. You see, for someone living with sickle cell, I was always dealing with pain, with fatigue, with bloating, things I didn't actually realize were directly linked to the food I was eating and how often I was eating them. And here's the truth. Every time we eat, we trigger an immune response. Digestion is not just about breaking down food, it's actually a stressful process for our body. And if we're eating too frequently, this can keep us in a constant state of low-grade inflammation. That's the word I was looking for. So eating constantly, it's a problem. I guess you didn't know that. So for years, I struggled with pain, with fatigue. I was losing my hair, my energy levels. Well, I didn't even have one. I was suffering with inflammation that seemed to take control of every aspect of my day, of my life. I was blaming everything on the fact that I have got a chronic illness. My life will always be like this. But no. And then I discovered something that changed everything. I discovered fasting. So today I want to share with you my journey, how fasting has transformed my health, it has reduced inflammation, and why I believe that food, as much as it sustains us, can also inhibit our healing. I'm also going to walk you through my daily routine, including how I start my day, how I break my fast, and the nutrient-dense foods that keep me feeling my best. But before then, let's explain what is inflammation. So first of all, why is inflammation harmful? You see, inflammation is your body's natural defense mechanism. It helps you fight things like infections and heals wounds. But when inflammation becomes chronic, when it becomes bad, it starts to work against you instead of for you. So some of the signs of chronic inflammation, which you might not think, but it's inflammation. You have things like joint pain, muscle aches, waking up stiff and feeling sore all the time. This was the story of my life. Bloating and digestive issues, constant discomfort even after you've eaten. Having things like brain fog, low energy levels, feeling tired even after a full night's sleep, skin breakouts and puffiness. You know, inflammation affects more than just how we feel. It also shows up on our skin. It can also be things like frequent sickness, being sick all the time. You have a weakened immune system because your body is constantly fighting itself. And for so long, I didn't realize it at the time, but the way I was eating frequent meals, snacking all the time, processed food, sugar, and not giving my body time to rest was keeping me inflamed all the time, not just because I have a chronic illness. So something had to change, and that change, guys, was my relationship with food. That change was me getting into fasting. Not a diet, not medication, not a quick fix diet, but something that our ancestors practiced for centuries. I mean, you'll be surprised how much damage food is causing us. So what was my life like before fasting? Well, before I discovered fasting, I was in hospital at least 2 to 3 times a month with sickle cell crisis or one complication to the other. The pain was relentless and I felt like I was aging faster than my years because of all the medications I had to take just to stay well. I was always in some kind of pain, constantly managing symptoms, but never truly feeling better. I suffered severe constipation and I will go for days without opening my bowel. And I thought that was normal. But since I discovered fasting, everything has changed. My bowel movement is much better. I feel light, not bloated all the time. And I haven't had a pain crisis in years. I've significantly reduced the number of medications I take, and for the first time in my life, my body feels strong, energized, and resilient, and I am growing hair. Fasting has given me a sense of control over my health that I never thought possible. Now I am enjoying life to the fullest, taking one day at a time, thanks to intermittent fasting. So there's many different ways to fast, but here is what works for me. I mostly start my day the same way, but just little twitches here and there. I start with a glass of warm lemon water. Sometimes I add a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar and a sprinkle of pink Himalayan salt. And this simple ritual has become a cornerstone of my routine, and I cannot start my day without it. I do this because warm lemon water helps kickstarts digestion, it hydrates the body after a night's sleep, and it provides a boost of vitamin C, which supports the immune system. It also helps in detoxification, which helps flushes toxins out of our liver and helps in liver function as well. And because it's alkaline, it helps reduces inflammation. And for me, it's the perfect way to ease into the day and prepare my body for fasting. So I usually stop eating at about 8 p.m. at night. That's the start of my intermittent fasting, which is a 16 hours of no food, just water on my morning lemon drink. So you might want to stop eating at least 3 hours before you go to bed. So during this fasting window, your body gets to reset. It starts burning fat for energy, balancing blood sugar, and even promoting cell repair through a process that is called autophagy. And I will explain that in a minute. And when it's time for me to break my fast, you have to do this mindfully. So at about 12 noon or sometimes much later, about 2 or 3 p.m., I break my fast with a nutrient-rich meal. And because I've given my body a chance to rest, I feel lighter, more focused, and full of energy. So I usually have something like fried eggs with some vegetables with sardines in it, and I eat this with avocado. You see, this is so filling because of the heavy protein in the meal, and this usually keeps me full for hours. But I try to make sure that I have my last meal at about 8 p.m. and during this time you can snack. It's simple, it's doable, and it's effective. So during the time when I have broken my fast, may say 12 p.m. 2 to 3 p.m. After that, if you want to snack on something, you can have things like nuts. You can have a fruit like an apple or a pear, which are good for digestion. You want to avoid having too much sweet things, too much carbs, and because that will spike your insulin levels. But after I've broken my fast with something like eggs and sardines, I don't usually have the craving to snack, which is the good thing. So you want to break your fast with something that is high protein, that will keep you full and not give you the urge to want to eat something, to want to snack on something. So remember I mentioned autophagy earlier. So this is a natural process where your cells clean out damaged components and recycle them. It's something they call cellular detox. So for someone with a chronic illness like myself, this is huge because autophagy helps reduce inflammation, repairs tissues, and even boost your immune function. And I believe that me losing my hair, fasting has helped me grow it back. And hydration is very important. I drink plenty of water, herbal teas, and sometimes black coffee just to keep me energized. And just after a few weeks of intermittent fasting, I started noticing changes. My pain levels dropped, my energy improved, and for the first time in years, I felt like I was regaining control of my life. Because it's all about listening to your body and giving it what it needs. So I don't want to make this video too long. I will do another video and more videos about the benefits of intermittent fasting to your health. I hope this video has helped you, but I thought I wanted to, it'd be important for me to share my experience because I feel great. And I know there are many people out there who are really struggling with inflammation, acute, chronic inflammation, and inflammation is the backbone of many diseases, including cancer. So fasting has been a game changer for me. And if it's something that you haven't tried, I would recommend you trying it. But also, if you live with a chronic illness, you could start small. You could start by maybe skipping breakfast and see how you feel, see how your body reacts to it. And please, before you start any lifestyle change, make sure you get in touch with your doctor, with your medical professional, and let them know also on any medication that you're taking if there might be any interaction. But this has been a game changer for me, guys, and I am not going back. So I hope this video has helped you. Please subscribe, like, and share. And if you want to see my other content on healthy living and how my health has improved due to natural remedies, click on the links above. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.